Well, hey there. It's YoBo. Welcome to day 260 of Life According to YoBo. We are learning how to live our life with no mess, no stress, and no BS. You can get my books at YoBoProductions.com. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I think I told you everything you need to know. Well, we're journeying on, ridding our lives of family mess, stress, and BS. Woo, the phone calls I have gotten. Okay, let me pause this. Let me pause. Day 259. I talked about my sister. I talked about my niece. The main point I want to drive home. Well, no, let me correct something. I had said your childhood experience would be the foundation of every decision you make. But the more and more I've spoken to people since posting these videos, I'm learning that it's your interpretation. Woo, woo, glory. It's the way you interpret the childhood decision. That's going to be the foundation for the choices you make. I talked to my son-in-law after he watched the video. Let me find my notes. Here we go. Here it is. Get my little notes. And after he watched the video, he said, well, mother dear, let me tell you, I listened to the story about your sister. I want to show you another way to look at it, the way that I look at it. My notes are right here. I want to make sure I captured everything he said. He said, your mother obviously saw something in your sister that told her she can handle this. You can handle this. Doesn't that say something about who she is? When you can go to your daughter and say, hey, daughter, you are strong enough to handle this, and in the end, you're going to be better off for it. In the end, you will be able to master problem solving because I see it in you. He said that's a freaking lot for a 10-year-old. In this world, this right now, I'm in 2016 world. Would you let a 10-year-old cook dinner for you? These are all the questions he was asking me. Because he said, you know what he did? He took everything that she had been looked at and he flipped it from the negative to the positive. He said, would you let a 10-year-old cook dinner for you? Would you let a 10-year-old wash your clothes? Would you let a 10-year-old take care of 3 little children and tell them it better be done when I get home? But that's what she did. She ran the household at 10 years old, he said. She's washing clothes, hanging clothes on the clothesline, drying the clothes, bringing the clothes in. Back then, we didn't have Pampers and Huggies. We had the cloth diapers. So, I mean, at 8 years old, I knew how to take the little diaper and you dip it like this in the toilet and you flush it a little bit and you keep dipping. You know how to hold it up long enough because you're not going to flush that diaper down the toilet and clog up the plumbing. These are all the things she did, the things that she taught me to do. You can handle anything, he said. That's a person right there who can handle anything because if she doesn't know how to do it, she's going to figure it out on her own. In day 259, the previous day message, I shared that I had asked my sister, did Mama take you through any steps to teach you anything? She said no. It was just go do it. When I talked to my sister yesterday, the day before I'm recording this message, I was sharing with her the things my son-in-law said. And she said, that's really interesting because in class we were asked, how do you present? And as we went around the room, different people said different things. And she said, for some reason I said, I'm a fixer. Did she use the word fixer or a problem solver? One of those. But I can solve problems. I can fix things. Bingo! She learned at 10 years old when she had to solve it, but not that. My son-in-law said, but the main thing is your mother saw it in her. You had an older brother, and we did. Gail was 10. The brother over her was 14. Seems like he should have been the one who was handed the responsibility. He said, no, your mother gave it to the one that she knew could do it. She knew your sister could handle it. All I want you to do is take your negative situation, whatever it is from your past, How can you do the same thing my son-in-law did? Take that whole situation and flip it. Because remember what I said at the beginning of this message, your interpretation of your childhood experience, that's the thing on which you are basing decisions in your life. Is there another way to interpret it? T.D. Jakes says, somebody can take the hand you've been dealt and win with it. My son-in-law took my sister's hand and won with it. He sees the positive in it. She can do anything. You give me 10 job applicants. I don't care where they went to school. Well, this one went here, and this one went there, and this one has this advanced degree. Oh, but the one down there on the end, when she was 10 years old, she had to take care of 3 younger siblings, and she did it. He said, give me the one on the end. That's the one I want. If she can handle that, she can handle anything. What's the positive in your bad situation? Now, these are my notes that I added. How did my sister know how to figure everything out? Because she watched my mother. My mother, listen here, we didn't have a whole lot. Honey, when you poor, not poor, when you poor, you know how to make do. I remember my friend said, oh, you guys have homemade salad dressing. I thought that was a big deal till Mama told me, child, I couldn't afford a bottle of salad dressing. I took whatever condiments I had in the refrigerator and on the shelf. I mixed that together, and that's what we put on the salad. And the reason why we had salad for dinner, she said, was because I didn't have a whole lot of money to buy a full meal. So I got some lettuce, some tomatoes, some cucumber, and made a big bowl of salad. Some of our best meals were when we had salad for dinner. Ooh, we thought we were doing something having salad for dinner. And Mama just laughed. She said, no, I was trying to feed 5 mouths. Children, you're going to duplicate what you see in your environment. My mama knew that there was more than one way to skin a cat. Mama could figure her way out of a paper bag. I watched her do it. That's why I ain't scared. The stuff I do, child, I ain't scared. I ain't scared. When people say, Yolanda, well, how do you do this? What's your motivation? What encourages you? Because I was raised in the house of a woman who didn't quit, who didn't give up. She knew how to take her negative and flip it to the positive. Me had taken her almost 70 years to do it. But baby, she did it. She got over her mess, her stress, and her BS. Where's my music? And if Mama did it, you can do it too. Come back tomorrow for day 261 of Life According to YoBo. Bye-bye.